Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Gym Rat World. My name's Rob and this is the only spot where you can go for fast and simple supplement reviews where I just cover everything that you need to know in under 5 minutes. Today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about my top 5 creatine supplements for you. Now these are just pure creatine supplements, okay? There's no extra branched chain amino acids, protein, or anything like that. Now if you want to see full reviews of any of the products that I talk about today, I have links down below. Also, if you want to pick up any of the products I talk about today, they're down below as well. Now other than that though, as far as creatine, I'm not going to be debating the efficacy of it, the effectiveness of it. It just plain and simple works, right? Google it, research it. It's one of the most popular ingredients that is out there and is proven to help increase muscle size and strength for you as long as 1, correctly dosed, 2, you're taking it every single day, and number 3, that you're obviously working out with it as well. But either way, let's get into my top 5 creatine supplements for you. Okay, so number 5 spot goes to MuscleTech's Creatine hydrochloride supplement. So this one's a little bit different. This is only creatine hydrochloride on the list. Now this is supposed to be just a micronized form, meaning you don't, 1, have to load with it, and also 2, you just don't have to take as much of it. Now with this supplement, they say you do need to take it about 2 times a day, and 750 milligrams that is dose every single serving that you're going to be taking. Now science behind it, the research behind it says that the proper dose is about 750 milligrams to 1.5 grams. So this one's just right there for you, okay? Now I do like this one because it's by MuscleTech. I know some people don't like large companies, but I personally do because I can trust them not to kill me with their supplements, right? So I do like it for that. I also like the fact that it's creatine hydrochloride. You don't have to load with it as well. I just don't really like the fact that you have to take it twice a day. It's not really my favorite thing about this. Now as far as the amount of servings you're going to get with this, it's going to be about 120 servings. So you can just divide that by 2, and that means that you can take this for pretty much 2 months for pretty cheap, because this thing's only about 19 bucks. Now as far as the reviews, they're okay. It's at 4 stars with over 300 people that have reviewed it, so it's not too bad. It's okay, alright? It's not the best. There's a reason why this one's not at the number 1 spot. But as far as the flavors on this thing, you can actually get multiple flavors. You can get unflavored and a couple other ones as well. And yeah, other than that, I think this is a pretty good supplement if you are looking for something that is different from creatine monohydrate, something you don't have to load with, and something that just works for you, right? But other than that, yeah, that's MuscleTech's Creatine hydrochloride supplement at my number 5 spot. Alright, so we're moving right along to my number 4 spot, which actually goes to another MuscleTech supplement, which is MuscleTech's Platinum creatine that they have. Now I do like this supplement, again, because it's by MuscleTech. I don't really have to doubt too much with it, and because it's such a large company as well, I like it because the price is cheap, okay? When you have large companies that bring out supplements like this, the price is usually cheap because they can afford it, okay? Now this one is creatine monohydrate, meaning that you're gonna have to take 5 grams of this every single day. They say take it 1 to 2 times a day. That is up to you, okay? Now as far as the servings on this, is 80 servings. So if you do take it twice a day, this thing's only gonna last you 40 days. Now if you take it once a day, obviously 80 days is gonna last you, and it makes it pretty inexpensive because this thing's only $9. It's pretty cheap, okay, for 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. That just plain and simple works. Now you do have to load with this one as well, okay? So if you don't know about loading, again, just Google it or just check out a video that I did as well. Depending on when you watch this, video might not be out yet, okay? So just check that out. Now this creatine does have multiple different flavors as well, so you don't have to scrounge around and find something to mix this in with. And on top of that, a whole bunch of other people like this supplement because this thing rates about 4.5 stars with over 2,400 people that have reviewed it, okay? Now if you know the supplement industry, you know that a whole bunch of people just don't like certain things. A whole bunch of people say it tastes horrible, it doesn't work, it does work, all this crazy crap. So when you have something that's been reviewed over 2,400 times and rates 4.5 stars, there's a high chance that you're actually gonna like this. And again, this thing's just properly dosed. It's creatine monohydrate from a large company, and it is super inexpensive at only about $9 for 80 servings. And that's my number 4 spot, which goes to MuscleTech's Platinum creatine. Okay, so next up, my number 3 spot actually goes to NutriBios creatine. Now NutriBios is a company that's been around for a little bit, but it is a company that really focuses on performance. They make sure that they have science backing every single one of their supplements, and that's why I do like NutriBio, and that's one of the main reasons why this supplement did did make the list because they use creatine monohydrate, again, just standard creatine monohydrate. They dose it at 5 grams, which is the correct dose as well. Now, as far as the servings, you get about 100 servings with this. Again, as far as how many times you're gonna take this, that's completely up to you. You can take it once a day, you can take it twice a day. If you're like super into it, it's the 2 a day kind of thing, okay? So again, you kind of gotta work your budget around there because this supplement is 15 bucks, which means it's super cheap as well. It's not expensive at all. I mean, 15 bucks for 100 servings, especially if you're gonna be taking this just once a day, that's 100 days for $15. It's for helping you with muscle size and muscle strength. So it makes sense on that one. Now, as far as reviews on this, it's about 4.3 stars, which is okay. You know, with not too many people that have reviewed it, it's like 50 people or something like that. So you do have to kind of factor that in. But yeah, other than that, again, this is from a company that is up and coming, that is pushing against the traditional supplement companies that used to hide their ingredients inside proprietary blends, that used to do some weird kind of stuff going on. And so that's why, you know, this one made the number 3 spot, NutriBios creatine for you. Oh, and one other thing, this one does not have any flavor, so you can just throw this in something crystal-like, or you can just chug it real quick. It's completely up to you on that one. For me personally, I either throw this in my protein powder or I throw it in my pre-workout. Again, it's up to you, unflavored. If you can deal with it, you can deal with it. If you can't, just figure out a way. But either way, that's my number 3 spot, NutriBios creatine monohydrate supplement. All right, so we're moving pretty quick today. There's not much to cover when it's just one ingredient, but my number 2 spot goes to Optimum Nutrition's creatine supplement. Okay, now, of course, this thing's properly dosed at 5 grams. It is creatine monohydrate again as well, so again, you are gonna have to load with this. Now, I really do like this supplement because Optimum Nutrition is just known for quality, right? They just bring out a bunch of quality supplements. I haven't seen them really in the news or being hated on by too many people because they're just, again, they're known for quality. And when you're taking something, when you're putting something into your body, you want to make sure that it's not going to kill you. You want to make sure that it's not going to harm you at all. And again, with creatine monohydrate, you know, you want to make sure it's also effective as well. So when you have large companies that make these supplements, that means there's a very high chance that it is effective because they are not trying to lose everything that they have by just bringing out some crap supplement that just doesn't work, okay? So that's another main reason why this one made the list. Now, again, it is dosed correctly, it's creatine monohydrate. Now, as far as the reviews on this thing, it's pretty awesome. That's another huge reason why this one made the list, because it's at like 4.4 stars with over 4,000 people that have reviewed it. So that's a whole bunch of people, again, that come together that say, hey, this is a pretty good supplement. I liked it, you liked it, it worked, it's great. And again, that's why I chose this supplement. Now, another reason why I made the list is because this thing is super inexpensive. It's only 15 bucks for 115 servings, okay? So this thing can last you however long depending on how many times you take it. But either way, it is going to be affordable for you to just take this creatine monohydrate supplement. Now, this thing is also unflavored as well, so just figure that part out. But other than that, that's my number 2 spot, Optimum Nutrition's creatine monohydrate. All right, so we're at my number 1 spot, which goes to Dymatize creatine monohydrate. Obviously, at this point, it's probably a creatine supplement. But either way, this supplement made the number 1 spot because it's from Dymatize. Dymatize is, again, one of those companies that is just reputable. There's not much controversy behind them. There's not much haters that are trying to bring them down. They're just bringing out quality supplements for people that just work. And when you're dealing with a creatine monohydrate supplement where everything is pretty much always dosed correctly and it's just creatine monohydrate, you just really got to look at the company, and you got to look at the ratings, and you got to look at the price. So those are the main factors. And the company is one of the largest factors for myself, and that is why this supplement made the number 1 spot. Now, as far as the price on this thing, it is only about 11 bucks for 100 different servings. So that, again, it's super inexpensive. I'm sure you already know that at this point. Now, on top of that, the reviews on this, they're not as much as some of the other reviews, but it's been reviewed about 390 sometimes, rates about 4.4 stars, which means to me, that's good enough. It's something that just plain and simple works for most people, okay? It is unflavored as well, so again, for me, that's not really a big deal. I just throw this in, again, protein or my pre-workout, and I'm done. It's like it's not even there. But yeah, that's the number 1 spot, Dymatize creatine supplement, I feel like I don't have to say too much of it. You already know that creatine does work. You already know the proper dosing, which is 5 grams if it's creatine monohydrate, and you already know to take this every single day. And again, I think all these supplements that I talked about today are pretty awesome, to be honest, because they're super cheap. They give you a whole bunch of different servings. They're from companies that are reputable as well, so that you don't really have to worry about too much. It's actually pretty hard to kind of rank these on which one's better than the other. But again, Dymatize is my #1 spot, and that is my top 5 creatine monohydrate supplements for you. Now, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know down below. I'm sure I don't even have to tell you, but let me know down below what you think your top 5 or just your favorite creatine supplement is out there. Now, I know there's a whole bunch of them. I miss a whole bunch of other supplements that are out there. There's a whole bunch of new companies that are coming up that are awesome. But again, I just go for what can be reliable. A lot of new companies that are coming out now are a little shady, okay? Even though they say that they're going against the traditional large companies, you gotta check into it. You gotta check out their site. You gotta check out what they're doing. You gotta check out some of these companies that say that still use proprietary blends, which is ridiculous. They also drastically underdose their ingredients as well. But either way, save that for another video. But yeah, again, I hope I made this fast and simple for you. Again, if you want to know more information about any of these, I have links down below. If you want to pick any of them up, I have links down below. But always stick around for the Gym Rat World to get everything that you need to know about supplements. I appreciate you coming by, appreciate your time. Thank you, and have a good day.